slow the heart rate down just a little bit here, so pretty pumped up after that. But again, want to thank Lisa Peterson, Rob Mullins, President Schill was out there today. All the support from all our fans. Man, they're getting better week in, week out, year in, year out. Hopefully, we can continue that tradition of maybe we should build a bigger stadium. I don't know. So, but yeah. I don't know where we'd put it, Lisa, but all the people behind the scenes that put all the hard work in. I think this is, we haven't been to another site for a while, but this is first class here. People are running it, everything's organized. Obviously with the new stadium, it's a good showcase as well. But tough game for Kentucky to lose. It's always tough, especially when you're on the road and that last game comes to an end and you got to say goodbye to seniors. It's very, very tough. Nobody wants to go out that way, but you could tell they fought tremendously hard today. Really gave us a run for our money, and now I've got to say that our team just fought and fought and fought, and it shows the character of this team to come back from 3 runs down against a very good pitching staff and a good team, good defense. I mean, look at some of those plays that were made today. Their shortstop, Reed, just incredible play. A couple of plays, one of Moose's line drive and a diving stop in the hole that could have put us up a 1 run earlier. Just tremendous. That kind of game there is a showcase for this sport. And I think even though, obviously it's easier to be on the winning side, but I think both teams have to be very proud of the display they put on out there. It was first class all the way. So, again, we're just happy to be moving on.
Question?
What is it about the pressure, whether it's 2 outs against Wisconsin or here trying to make the comeback, that's allowed you guys to find success in the postseason?
Well, I wish we'd play that way earlier in the in the game, but I think it's just we talk about it all year about hey, you can't try to hit that 3-run homer if nobody's on base. So that was the message in the last innings was you have to get on base. You have to get on base. We got to find a way to put some pressure on their defense and or on their pitcher. The inning before we had 3 weak groundouts. Danica comes up, senior, big hit, and Mac, and then of course it started to go from there, and then the momentum got rolling. But it is about just fight. You got to fight.
Mia, could you feel something change out there on the field during that 7th inning?
It was pretty special to get that hit because I've been struggling a little bit, and you just got to keep swinging and pull through, and I'm glad I got to do that for my team.
Nikki, what does this mean to you as a senior, especially with what happened last year to get back to it?
Yeah, it's definitely a surreal feeling right now. I'm kind of just still in awe, but I remember my freshman year, Courtney Seal told me, you'll get back here, and now I'm a senior and I'm going back there, so it's a really good feeling. I'm really happy.
I know you guys probably want to win the whole thing in your eyes on that prize, but can you take a moment to appreciate the fact that this program is going back to the Women's College World Series for the 4th time in 6 years?
Yeah, I think we can. I mean, I know I said the other day it was about regionals and everything, but sometimes you've got to stop and say, hey, this is pretty special what's going on right now, and it's exciting to go back to that big stage. I don't think very few teams have ever gone there and won it in less than 4 or 5 trips. So I'm not saying we'll win it this time either, but you've got to go. You've got to be on that stage because, again, you think this is pretty hyped up. You get 10,000, 12,000 people, it gets another level. So that's going to be the message this week is playing it a normal game, But it's going to be hard. There's a lot of things, a lot of media, and we're just excited to get back there. It is very difficult to do.
Like you talk about fight, pushing through, and overcoming adversity. But these have been the 2 players you would have suspected to be sitting on either side of you at the end of this game, just given kind of what they've been going through the last few games?
Well, I know that last year when we were down at UCLA, and the person I wanted up was Nikki Udrea, and she was up, and and she lined out to left field, and made a play. She's the kid you want up in those situations, without a doubt. But of course, it doesn't happen unless you get those first 2 on. Moose, he's just a freshman. You don't know, it's like a box of chocolates still right here, right? I don't know quite what I'm going to get. Sometimes he swings at some bad stuff, and sometimes he doesn't. But what I know is that you see her approach at the plate. Her approach her demeanor is really good. It's got that bulldog approach, and I think some of our other other players could learn from that, is to have that different approach once you step between the lines.
Nikki, what will you tell the freshmen about going and being in the atmosphere that is Oklahoma City?
Just being in the moment. I think the the hardest part, I mean, it's still going to be hard from here on out. It's going to get tougher and tougher, but the hardest part is getting there. And I think we've done a phenomenal job battling and never saying die, and I think everyone stepped up. And so if I could say one piece of advice for the freshmen, it'd just be to be in the moment and never take one pitch off, because every pitch could be your last, or our last. So.
Coach, did you think they were going to throw Prince to start the game off, or what was your kind of cue on that?
Well, sometimes you get a feeling that I could see them going both ways. You know, my comment was when I saw her on the roster to start with was they want to hand it over to their senior. You know, and you know that's something you do. But you know, the other kids pitch well this year. You know, in Red Lake, and you know, I've seen her throw some really good ball games, and she was a tough cookie to crack. But we hung in there and we put the pressure on her, and we were able to get that pitching change.
10 hits, all singles. That's kind of the character of this team.
Yep.
Which we talked about yesterday. But does that make it even tougher in a situation like that to believe that you can put together 3 or 4 runs in the clutch when you need them?
Well, you never know. You know, for us, it was just get on base. It doesn't matter if it's a hit by pitch, a walk, an error, a single. You just keep getting on base. You know, you're gonna. It's hard to get outs. You got to save your outs, and that's our mentality this year. Last year it was, hey, let's get somebody on and bomb it. You know, well, that didn't work out too well for us. So right now it's about grit, determination, scrappy, and I think we showed that.
At the end, you guys are all on the outfield in the circle. What was said out there, kind of as you're celebrating?
No, it's good. I was just congratulating some of the players for really being gritty. You know, obviously Miranda Ellish coming in did a big job for us. You know, even Ballant pitched well to start with. You know, we uncharacteristically had a couple of mistakes there in the first innings that put her in a tough position. You know, and the home run, I mean, that kid can hit. I mean, that's not her first home run. She can swing the bat, and she took advantage of a mistake. But you know, they hung in there. They didn't throw the towel in. You know, so I'm proud of that.
Other than the home run, it seems like every one of their scoring plays, you guys were a couple inches away from making a play. Mia, how
Yeah.
close were you to getting a glove on that single that got past the ringer there?
I was pretty close to getting that one, yeah.
Was that on your mind at all when you came to the plate? Kind of, hey, I had a chance there.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Mike, you had a terrific record at Howfield, but do you feel like Jane kind of the home field advantage is even greater in this game?
You'd have to say so with just the atmosphere and the noise. You know, with that roof, it comes back out. The fans are so close to you now. They don't have to hide behind a dugout, you know, which is kind of good. But they're just right on top of you, and just the atmosphere is great. And you know, again, we're so blessed, and we're very appreciative to the Sanders family and the other sponsors and donors and all the people behind the scenes that put the hard work into getting this thing a reality.
Anything further? Great. Thanks.